What's up, Zox fam? We're back with some more Godforge. Now, we got some more heat, man. Time for the female heroes by Fateless Games. I'm actually really excited because this is something that I feel like a lot of people are always interested in, seeing the development of different types of characters, different genders, and of course, different species. So I'm hoping we get some more themed videos like this. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it.
The girls. Here comes the girls.
I was not expecting that to start off like that.
Artemis, this is actually her portrait in game, lurking behind me here, giving us the stare down.
Yeah, Artemis looks good.
So, are we ready for what is coming next?
Let's see.
So we've got here Ceres, which I
think
is
okay,
a sweet concept. I really like this one. Yeah, damn, some cool.
I like that.
She's one of our Norse faction here.
What I really like about this specific character is the fact that they kind of tied it, like, because when you think of Norse, you think of like frigid, barren, like it's cold. It's a, like that's kind of like, the whole concept or construct basically. And so you kind of think about that, right? And so I feel like this character kind of embodies that, but then you still kind of have like that spirit-esque, like the light glow, really, really cool concept with the skin. I really like what approach they're taking with the characters kind of having like that, like ash-like style, like approach, like, where it's kind of like blackened, but there's still some sort of effect coming off of it. So I really like that approach a lot. The tattoo work is actually really solid. And honestly, what's crazy is I feel like the things for the characters or the designs for the characters and tattoos will look good on the concept art, but they look even more insane when you actually see like layering or like them slightly like designed in a way to where they look raised up and stuff like that. Like, it's just so sick how they have like the characters being developed, to be honest.
But you can see the kind of work that's going in, the beady eyes, utilizing some of the different bits that we've actually used on other characters, but to good effect, I think.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this, actually.
Yeah, because that's all that is continuity. That's all it is. It's just a reference point so that you know that there's some sort of correlation. Like, again, some people like I said, like, it's one thing that I constantly always talk about, like with Raid. Like, one of the things that they kind of have done that I kind of noticed from like year one to like some of the newer units is like the body types, which I always thought was like just kind of funny. Like, they use the exact same body type, so you literally have units that are like in completely different rarities, but then have the same body type as like a rare or a common and are a legendary. So, like, those are the types of things that, like, yeah, you kind of, if you can help, not really, do. But I would definitely say, like, one of the things that, is just a really big tie-in when you're talking about somebody formulating their favorite faction or their favorite characters. Those little things or tie-ins, can play a major part in it, I feel like, personally.
Let's go on to another concept that we've had recently developed. Again, really like this one. This who's like the sea witch. Damn, and again, you can just kind of see that Norse call out on her.
Yeah, that seashell Norse, yep.
But really, really cool visuals. These are two different takes of the character that we're kind of talking through right now in terms of concepting, trying to make decisions on.
I will say, dude, like, this is actually so critical because both of these are very much so like sea oriented like designs. And what the real thing that's changing here is the hair color, the lipstick color. It looks like the crystal gem right above right below the seashell around the necklace is a different color between the two. There is some slight variances in like the pearls. And then of course around the belt, there's also like some slight different like shadings and hues there. And then of course, like on the draping around the arms, there's some different shading there. So there's a lot of different things, even down to the face paint on her face. And it kind of gives a slightly different vibe, even though you're looking at the exact same character, right? Of course, the big things I would say is the hair color. And like I said, the lipstick. Man, they're both really solid. I just think that it's just going to really be a matter of like the continuity and the relevance of how they want the character to feel when she comes in, or like just summoning the character. Like, would you rather have it be red hair popping in or like or yellow hair? Like, they're both really, really good. So I don't know. This one's a little tough. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys prefer or what style or concept you guys prefer, because they both look really good. And I felt like we've seen something similar like this with Merlin, for example, where you had that kind of had like more of like a dryad, earthy look to him, and then you had like more of that necromancer look to him, and those were still both individually both really cool concepts. So I like the fact that they're working through different variances of the character, because who knows, like that might even potentially turn into things that, hey, listen, Fateless, I'm giving you some sauce. That might, you know, maybe you add some extra stuff to it. That might turn into a skin later on, you know? So, hey, that's what I'm saying.
Direction we actually want to go. So she is coming through. Nice. This one's actually very cool. So not completed yet. Obviously, this is just some concept work, but the three sisters of fate, of course, with Fateless.
Oh my God.
All of them.
Listen, Simon, you guys are gonna make this my favorite game. I honestly will. I swear, this is so insane, because I will say that usually the Fate sisters are usually, they're not really ever depicted as any sort of thing that's like relevant in like a combat scenario. And I played a ton of mythological games. They obviously are like really strong entities or figures, but they don't ever really get any limelight. And the fact that you're kind of playing with these characters as far as being potential, I'm assuming, playable characters, I will stop playing every game. I will be full-time playing Godforge, man. Like, look at these concepts. And I love the fact that each of them has a different approach to them. You know, they're not all the same. They're obviously related, right? But you have a different vibe that kind of comes off of them. And what's even more cooler is like, it's definitely the correlation, right? Like they're, you know, like it's just really sick. Like I love the skull design for the face here. I think this is this sheer? I can't remember. Actually, hold on. I think it says it right here, but it's being blocked. It's okay. But either way, this is really sick. And then I like the idea. Like, I honestly can't wait to see what the weapons are going to look like in like their size. Like, if that's the actual size, that's so sick. I'm not going to, I'm not going to lie. And what really is interesting is thread here, right? Like, how exactly... Like, I'm really interested. Like, is there going to be like some weaving type of thing? Like, is there going to be a combination when all three of them on the same team? This is kind of getting into like some like faction war type of ordeal too, like, which is like really cool. So I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot that can kind of come out of this, and they all look sick. They all look really good. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's continue though.
How they're going to interact as a hero in the game. So lots of conversations going on around this one. How do we bring them to life? Or even are they going to be a boss? There's all sorts of stuff that we're with the Sisters of Fate. So that's really fun, actually, really exciting. We got some from the Aaru faction. So
let's see.
Cleopatra here. Again,
okay, Cleopatra looks good.
We got the side view, back view, just some call outs to the armor. The weapon here, look at that. Actually very cool. Nice front visual. And then we utilize some of the kind of feature set from someone like her to be able to build out the base for one of our legendaries here. Isis, who's going to be one of the Aaru legendaries. This visual is very cool as well, with the wings coming down. So she's actually already
sick
into 3D. Already got some 3D mock-ups that we're working through right now. So looking very cool. This is potentially my favorite hero we've finished so far.
Let's see. Yeah, Freya. Yeah.
Visual on Freya. Look at that.
Yeah, Freya is disgusting.
Cool on the armor and the wings. Absolutely brilliant work. I think this was Andre, if I remember rightly, from the team. You can see the kind of...
Oh, man. Yeah, Freya is just like...
Absolutely phenomenal work. Showing the detail and...
This is a money-making character, 1,000%. Like...
Right, let's get on to a couple more until we then get onto in-game assets. So... Okay,
let's go.
Persephone here.
I love Persephone's design.
Sickle and skull pouch. Really cool weapon combo. You can see the work that's gone into the concept in to just give a feel of the texturing that needs to be done. Kind of like cool headdress as well. Really nice finesse. And in terms of lore, she's connected to Hades. So you can see a couple of call outs in the kind of the visual here to connect the two. We then look at her sort of 3D.
Ooh, okay.
Really well into 3D here. Look at the work.
Wow, the embroidery looks
The
good.
embroidery type stuff, the visual quality.
Wow.
I really like it. Really, really good work.
That translated so freaking well. And the crazy thing is like, this is what I was saying before about how like you'll have like the little, like, you know, the vines and the concept art look really cool, but in game you actually see how they look like vines wrapping around the legs. Like it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, this is really, really well done. It's really, really well done.
And then we do have her weapon, which again, we'll get some like cool VFX coming out the top. But great work, so unique.
Yeah, that is sick.
Really, really cool for Persephone here. One more, which is a new one as well, which I want to show you, is Lagatha here, who's part of the Norse faction. So, cool cloak, cool visual. Check out the close-up.
She just looks like she just punches people in the face.
So good, actually. Really, really good.
That's so sick.
Cool job on the hair as well.
Yeah, hair has really good texturing.
Really starting to get the kind of like the stare down, the visual quality coming through in the.
You see, like there's a little cut on her lip.
Through to 3D. Let's get ourselves into a battle. Then we can see these in action. In engine. So obviously we're on demo mode here, so there's kind of like minimal movement, but you can kind of get a flavor of what's going on.
Dude, Aphrodite looks so good.
So let's buff our own team. So we've got some buffs on Brunhild here, and then we can go at the enemy with our basic ability.
Oh.
Very nice. Pushing some turn meter on my side. They're all low health right now.
I love the turn meter push.
Heat engine basically running. So with Brunhild, we can throw some buffs on us.
Oh, come on. That looks sick.
And a Brazilian Archer, we can come in with the triple hits.
Ooh.
And the slay. We're just going to end with my favorite animation in game. Let me know which of the female heroes you really liked from the video today. And don't forget to sub to the channel if you enjoy the content. Pop!
Yeah.
Oh, Hades. I mean, Simon from Facebook.
Dude, this is so sick, man. I gotta say, like, man, all the designs are just so freaking good. I gotta say, my top ones, still Freya. Freya's up there, but I'm really interested in this, right? I'm really interested in what they're going to do with the Sisters of Fate, because this is like I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I played a lot of mythology games, and they don't ever get any love. So I'm really, really intrigued to see what you guys can do to make them feel unique. And they're just going to be unique anyway, because they're just like, again, they're never actually ever playable in most games. And then typically, I would even say, like, you know, the construct that a character can be a boss, but also a playable character, that's always feasible, right? One of the games that I'm actually preparing to cover on one of my other channels, or on my main channel, it's called Etheria Restart. One of the things that they're doing, and I think that this is actually a pretty cool concept, is they're basically making it to where boss characters can obviously become playable, but what they're doing is they're taking the boss characters and they're kind of like revamping them so that when they become playable, they're not exactly the same boss character that you essentially fight. So you're getting a completely different vibe with the character. They obviously kind of balance the character out so they're not at boss stats or standard, and, you know, make them playable with the rest of the roster, right? So they're not breaking the game necessarily. So I'm, like I said, really intrigued to see what this is going to look like. This is just really, really well done. I feel like the variances are really tasteful. You have a lot of variety. I feel like there's going to be a character that everybody can just essentially pick up and like, especially from the female characters, which is really cool. So yeah, guys, that's going to be that with this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.